Little bit speed I will go. So first of all, we had done till here, and now the study of behavior. First of all, I want to say that uh, in the past, the psychology was also called as the psychology is a study of consciousness. Psychology is the study of mental process. Psychology is the study of unconsciously hidden motives. But both the things are rejected because psychology those consciousness cannot be observed, and even unconsciousness cannot be observed directly, so that's why it was rejected. So it is said that psychology is the study of behavior which is observable and which is established by the John B. Watson. It is modified by Bath, and there are three terms are there: the behavior, the study of human behavior, and so the latest definition was given by the behavior, the study of the human behavior and the mental process. So behavior is all about how we are behaving, which is observable, but that behavior is totally based on the stimulus which are present around us. Like right now you are watching this video, so this video it will be the stimulus and you are responding it. Okay, like if you take the example of the classroom, in the classroom uh, there is a teacher, so teacher will be the stimulus, and the accordingly on the basis of teacher the student will respond. And behavior are two types: overt and covert. Overt behavior are those behavior which are observable. Covert behavior are those behavior which is not observable, like thinking, feeling. Okay, and mental process is all about what the internal factors on the opposite person. If I want to understand the opposite person, or if I want to check his internal, what internal is going, so I will definitely check in the perception, thinking, memory, forgetting, right? Then scientific method, experiment. So in psychology also, whenever we are doing an experiment, that is called as a scientific method we are using over here to understand the behavior of a person sample population. The observation can be generalized for analyzing and predicting the human behavior. Let's take example. I want to understand the student behavior during the exam. Okay, what is the student behavior? So I will conduct an experiment on that. I will observe it in the control condition. Control condition, which means I know that like the student will behave in that way. Okay, and I will generalize and I will predict the behavior in the future. Also, the student will behave in the same way. Okay. So here, what is behavior? John Watson. Okay, John Watson, 1878 and 1958. John Watson, 1878 and 1958. Okay, John Watson, 1878 and 1958. So he was an American psychologist, you can see, and he conducted a research on the animal behavior and child rearing and advertising. You know what is he had done experiment on, he studied the animal behavior, the behavior of the animal he studied. Then after the child rearing, how the child is reared. Okay, so here the SOR model, which is given by him, the framework which is done by the John B. Watson. So John B. Watson defined behavior is anything a person or animal does that can be observed, recorded, or studied. So John B. Watson is saying that defining the behavior, that behavior is anything. Okay, so he is defining that behavior is anything. Okay, behavior is anything that can be observable, that can be recordable. Okay, that can be observable, that can be recordable and studied. Okay, observable, recordable and studied. So behavior is a organism response to any external and internal stimulus, as I had seen on that. Okay, behavior is nothing but the response which are done by the internal and external stimulus. Like whatever we have seen, the stimulus which are external stimulus, which one because of the video, because of the teacher you are behaving, that is the external stimulus. Internal stimulus is that like you are not feeling happy, and because of that you will not attend in the classroom, that is the internal stimulus. So this fact is represented by the symbol SOR model. So the fact of represented, like how any individual behavior will depend on the individual behavior will depend on the basis of internal and external stimulus. And there is a model, okay, SOR model, where S stands for stimulus, O stands for organism, R stands for response, which is the reaction of the organisms to the stimulus. Okay, so SOR model will explain. This model will explain us how the individual is reacting to the stimulus. Okay, let's take example here. Stimulus is the same, but individual response are different. Stimulus will be the same, individual response are different. Like a teacher will be the same, right? I am the teacher. Individual response, like in front of teacher, there are so many students are coming, right? And give answer the response. Okay, so I ask, who are you? Then you will say, sir, we are a student. But some people will respond in a differently, and then behavior will be different from each other. Okay. Stimulus is any physical event or condition that gives rise to a reaction. Okay. Stimulus is any physical event or condition that gives rise to a reaction. Okay. Any event that gives rise to a reaction. Okay. Stimulus is any physical event or condition that gives rise to a reaction. And this stimulus can be external or internal. Any organism stands for human being or animal. So stimulus is what? Stimulus is nothing but the any kind of internal and external stimulus. Okay, any organism stand for human being or an animal who give response to a stimulus. Response is a reaction of organism given to a stimulus. So here if you say stimulus is what? Stimulus is any kind of stimulus, any kind of, like right now you are watching this video, clear? So external stimulus, like because of mobile phone you are, because of watching this video you are listening. And internal stimulus is that, like if you are having a headache and you are not motivated to watch a video, that will be the internal stimulus that makes you to take action, a response. Okay, so stimulus and response. An organism, like you are the organism. Okay, let's take another example of like you are running on the road. Okay, and the dog is chasing you. So for a dog, if you see, you are the stimulus. Okay, you are the stimulus. And 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 uh, and the dog is behaving, responding. Another example we can see, if you are going to the college in the morning. Okay, you are walking and you saw there are four dogs are standing in front of you. So stimulus will be that stimulus will nothing but be that external stimulus will be the dog. Okay, and your organism, right, and you will respond. Okay, another example, whenever the rain is happening, so the external stimulus is the rain, and you are responding, you are opening the umbrella. Okay, that is called as stimulus organism response. Activity 6, make a note of how your friends react in the same stimulus in a different way. Example, examination. So you need to do this homework at home, right? Or we can do right now only. Just imagine during the examination how your student is responding. Okay, how your student is responding during the examination. So here behavior includes the overt and covert activities. Overt activities includes the moments like same thing like what we had learned, working, playing. Covert activities include the mental processing, and this mental process can be measured through how people react different problem and situation in their lives. So we can say that behavior is totally depends upon the overt and covert behavior, and that can be measured on the basis of situation to situation, and what kind of different problem the individual have. Okay, activity 7. uh, do you agree with Watson definition that psychology is the study of covert and overt behavior? Yes, I am totally agree with it, because his definition is very right. Because it can be, but the only the overt is observable, not the covert. What are the limitation of this definition? The limitation of the definition, we will never going to get the exact data from them. Can you think of example which can explain with the help of this definition? um, we can say that the decision making is very difficult to understand the person, which can't be studied with the help of this example, right? Whenever the person is taking decision on the basis of long term, then it will become very difficult for us, right? Study of cognition is related to the mind. It is related to the mind. So during the 1950s and 60s, okay, focus of psychology shifted from behavior to cognitive process. So again, the psychology first it studies the consciousness and unconscious then behavior. Now they jump into the mental process. Okay, so psychology is very interested in studying the process like thinking, perception, memory, and other higher order activities. Cognitive psychologists are interested in studying inner process and trigger particular response to the stimulus. So these are the things. So the study of cognition starts from there. Okay, because psychologists are interested to study about what is the what is going on inside the person, how the person is thinking, feeling, memory, perception. Okay, so psychology in India. I am stopping here. We will learn later.